Welcome to episode 34 of Liquid Velvet Literature. If it's too loud, you're too old. Unless it's dubstep. Welcome to episode 34 of Liquid Velvet Literature here on Prose Radio. We began today with a quote by Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino. What can you say about him? I watched, this morning I woke up and I was going through Prose for the request sheet today and just familiarizing my mind with the pieces and before I read them. And I was listening to this thing by Tarantino with Rogan, and Rogan was like, you probably couldn't even make Superbad these days because of the PC culture and they wouldn't let you. And Tarantino goes, who's they? You know? And I thought that was just so fucking cool to say that when he said it. And, talk about a guy who ignored all the bullshit, right? He's a steamroller, one function, create, And I think that, I think it's a good way to go these days, right? I really do. So I think that as long as you're not being a purposeful shock jock or trying to be a dick, say what you want to fucking say. And without fear. I had some advice one time. I had a book come out, and there was a guy, I don't have permission to use his name, but he's a best-selling author, right? And he and I were talking one day, just an accidental conversation on the phone. And we were talking about, his book, duh. And so we were talking, and he said something to me that I'll never forget. And I want to lead the video with this in light of that. And he said, and this was back in I think it was 2009 or 10, I forget. But he said to me, he goes, write like you're already dead. He said, write like you're already dead and create purely, and don't worry about anybody else, or their fucking opinions. Otherwise, you're dead anyway. And that just really stuck with me today. When I was watching that Tarantino interview, and I was like, that's fucking great advice. So, speaking of creation as a steamroller, we have some really, really good pieces today. So, let's jump in. The first piece is by a new kid on the block, DavidLampert. And it's called Take Off. Sweltering thunderstorms of made-up faces. Several speak simultaneously, babbling loud and click, bang, to forget ourselves. Take off and float downstream. Take the easy river like a twig, staring at a stark sky, muttering, my. It's really good. Mamba says, wow, welcome to Prose, David. What an honor to have you here. Beautiful, right? Absolutely. And Lampert says, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. And welcome aboard. Nicely done. Yep. And then Mayan said, wow, super powerful for so few words. I felt this. Yeah. Fucking right on. Come on in, David. And this one is going to be, there's no order for these, by the way. I'm just having fun. It's Friday, having my coffee. And I'm here to tell you, Elle, it's one hell of a sword. Was that paraphrasing Kill Bill? Nah, it doesn't matter. And this is from Putski's challenge. It never dies. This challenge keeps coming back and coming back because it's a great challenge. The best way to live in a broken world. And this is 7v7, who is such a fantastic talent. I sound so dumb. Such a fantastic talent. But anyway, I like this writer a lot. Life. Take it. And I don't mean the good with, but take it. Bald-faced eagle and lying upside down. Pick at it as true. Carve it, sprawling raw, into the marrow, to the bone. That's something like old styrofoam permanent markered with personal initials in boil, dribble, and in regret, as it crumbles in vice grip of mind's mother feeding vultures. And no, in the arrow, death will take me, broken, but it will never have you. That's really good. I love that, um, I love that staccato. Like just just boom, boom, boom. It's like, how some of those, I saw a Japanese painter on YouTube and she was painting that way, just psh, psh, with a fan and shit. It was just, but it made sense in the end. It wasn't like gobbledygook. Okay. So, and this one is, let's see. Oh, of course, Kevin Lemaster with Colonoscopy. Because who doesn't, I mean, how can you not read a poem about a colonoscopy? Okay. Overaged men sit in waiting rooms swapping stories about what youth felt like. Cars with big engines and girls with big hair become hood ornaments, eye candy. The woman in the corner says her son was in a bad place the day at 16 when he pulled an empty weapon on his father, and how the other son is a drug addict but is working on it. When we were young, 30 was old and we laughed at people with bad backs and swollen prostates dribbling their way to the next doctor's appointment. Only to be told that things will fail inevitably. The scope of middle age crawls up your ass to take pictures of everything. And you wonder if it will spy where your youth has gone, as you sit in a hospital gown, gaped open at the front. Nobody comment. I don't know. This is great. This is fucking great. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah. I don't know. I just avoid sugar and, I don't really drink. In fact, I haven't drank in ages, and I try to avoid bread. I know all that sounds like bullshit, but it's true. I don't even fucking eat vegetables anymore. I just eat meat and berries. I'm like a bear. Yeah. Fuck it. Then this is Mavia with Driving Home. And this is a challenge that says puncture any style. Okay. And the fast hiss or slow sigh from the map or the tire on a whim is misnamed escape, grounding itself prostrate, clawed, and towed against the universal will. Leveled when all that can be placed is atmospherical. The whole was there, dually uninterpreted. I expect no less from that writer. Oh, that was really cool. And what else oh yeah, this was a writer that I just followed, and it has like 30 posts or something. We'll get there in a second, but this is Alcahest Rain, and it's of warmth. And this is one of those sweet plums for me where I've pretty much, I think anyway, I've read most of I'm aware at least of most of the styles or the writers on the site, but this one I've never ever seen before. I think Anna Rosewood, yeah. I think she reposted this, so let's give Alcahest Rain a look. Or a read. Obviously. Well, both, really, here on YouTube. Okay. Of warmth. The mountain stream mounting in extremis, grandeur, the pinnacled light dappling the pines, the needles crossing through each other, each becoming a new pattern for the light, and the shade to beat through, the pulsatile, invidious, and piercing light of these days. The trees are huddling, branch throwing friction against branch. When that whistles through my trance, through the days spent in these high places, now the warm mug is pressed to my lips above the teeming wilderness, its violence becoming a patterned piece. What is hard in me begins softening and unraveling to the world outside. All that is dark in me is uncoiled into tranquility, and there is no darkness at all that is not touched by light. I am not just myself. I am the heights, and I am the wilderness, and I am the wind blowing. That's really good. This is Anna Rosewood, who said, "This is really good work. I felt the peace coming from the nature that you saw with your eyes, the strength and power that brought tranquility to the hectic life. I see so much potential in your work that I feel you definitely tap into, and that you already are." Yeah, this is good. And this last one is going to be, no surprise, Area Man's Gone Fishing. And this kind of follows up with the intro, doesn't it? Or it certainly does. Kind of. Okay. Gone fishing. So, according to you, there is no free will, life is pointless, and all human beings are psychotic meat sacks, free-floating in infinite darkness? Yeah, I mean, I'm just fishing. You got anything to help me out with that? David Burdett, 592-024. Did I spotlight this? No, but I am. This is good. All these are good. All these are good. I really have to say that I'm really impressed with 7B7s. This stayed with me during this read, and also, of course, I mean, all of these of warmth. DavidLampert, the new kid in the block. Welcome again. So, what a cool day. All right. Let me get out of this. I'm going to get out of here, and big, beautiful day out there. And before I go, I have to say it because of today. If you like to read or write, go to thepros.com, read or write or both, but write, read, inspire, be inspired. Let's see what else. Reading these every day with my job here, the writing just gets stronger and better. And I've noticed that when you get, good writing is ageless. And when you get to a point where you have a lineup like today, it's almost seamless. Not the styles, but I don't know. The beauty is seamless with these writers and their minds and what they have to say. And you're never too old to learn from a good writer. I think that's the beauty of writing. I think any kind of art form, film, right? All of it, music. But writing, to me, first and foremost, one of the most purest forms of art that could ever exist. Right next to thought. It is the next step from thought. Anyway, so I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you in the new video. Take good care.